How full is my pantry? Food pantry? Well, when my grandmother passed into the afterlife, witches, I don't know where witches go when they die. Well, my grandmother passed into that, we went into her pantry, which can be quite extensive. That's old stuff. She raised kids, some of the kids in that pantry place, and there's an extra bedroom. You can walk into an extra bedroom. You think it would be a sewing room or something like that, but it's a witch's lair. We said, yes. And these strange things in jars. Nothing strange. A lot of herbs and spices and weird things. It seems a lot of dried organic material. Even stones. Powder this, powder that. Some of that was, hey, look at hemlock. Juices of the poison ivy plant. What? What? What is she? What's it to? She's a witch. What do you expect her to be? But on my mother's side growing up, there was always a pantry there. There was an extra room, like a cellar of that thing, but above ground. And spices from around the world. But of course, with a lot of spices, they do age, they dry out of that thing. But, like on a Sunday dinner could be really tasty. And when I was making dinner for my girlfriend at her either apartment or her mother's house, I brought my spices along. And weird bottles and what have you to add flavor. Well, you're gonna like this, you're gonna like that. Yeah, they're pretty good. But my pantry at home, you see these large McCormick jars. I can use a lot of spices in my food. Well, it's better than sugar and better than salt. You instead of having salt, you have spices. Which reminds me of eating a pizza at Kraft at testing someone else's pizza, not our pizza, but somebody else's pizza. And they said, we want you to test this. I said, okay. Tell me what you taste. Spices. What do you mean, spices? I taste spices. It's covering up for something. Is there salt? You taste salt in it? Nope. I say spices. So it's really almost salt-free. Well, you gotta have to test it. Give it to me. I will grind it up and test it for salt. But basically, I taste spices. Is it good? Yeah. But back to what's in my pantry. All the baking stuff. Even though I don't bake. No. Left over for when I did bake, that thing. But all the baking tools, grains in a little grinder, little grinding mill, and then a little cup mallet. Things like that. Something that you really need to be a cook. And blenders, you really want to grind up the stuff. But yeah, that's the stuff. And of course, when I die, somebody else is going to get that stuff. Actually, most chefs have all this weird stuff. They always have these extra rooms. You got a little pantry there. I know a guy has a big pantry. His kids move out. He used a room for all these stuff. Where did you get this from? You know, it's like, why, this comes from South America. How did you get it here? You sure it's legal? I don't know. Well, that's my little pantry.